Hey guys, what's going on? Nerd of the 90s here, and I'm here to review guys the next game, or should I say the next installment to Gears of War 4, and that is Gears of War 5, the continuation of this game to this game now. And yeah, this is actually one of my most anticipated games of 2019. I was actually looking forward to this. I was a bit worried because the marketing on this game was it was just bad. Really bad. And to be honest, guys, I kind of understood why, because the day they announced it back in E3 of 2018, it just shows like what happens to what happens to Kate. Someone gets killed off. Kate's worried and she feels responsible for everything, as you can see right here that her thing was right here in charge, and well, everything came to be, and that's all the trailer is. And then JD, well, we get to see him completely different. Marcus with a shaved beard, even though they bring back his beard though, because I hate to say that though, it kind of feels a little odd him having without the beard though. But good thing Coalition got him back though. And yeah, after that, we got nothing from Gears 5. All we know is the game is still in development. And then after that, in E3, all we got was the Kate pretty much losing her own mind, as you can see right over here, losing her own mind. And then after that, we get to see, like, you know, the mode escape and stuff like that. And that's about it, too. And then we got ourselves something unrelated to Gears 5, and that's actually a Gears Pop mobile game that's coming out soon. And I was like, really? And after that, we got nothing else too. And then we did get something small too. We get to see like a new introduction from the camp. We get a small like 2 minutes or so, I think, and we get to see an introduction to Faz.
How about we make this interesting? You and me spar right now.
And how exactly is beating you interesting?
Yes or no?
You want in on this?
Pretty sure what's actually being measured here is going to leave me at a distinct disadvantage. Then again, maybe not.
Hilarious. Are you in or not?
Oh, I'm in.
Come on, man. Let's just grab the Jack module and get out of here.
No, this will be fun.
How's that fun working out for you?
Try it again, Foz. Come on. Hey, here's the thing, Foz. About to spar with him, but not beat you. It's against their programming, but explain. Your false confidence. Quite a bit, actually.
Want some advice, Phoenix?
No, I'm good.
Who's pretty much kind of the new Baird in the game, but he's not smart as Baird, but he's kind of the strong and the muscle of, should I say, he's like the muscle of the whole team, and that would have to be like a little bit like Coltrane though, but the same cockiness as Baird. I liked him in the game though, but here, and then after that we got nothing else too, and then after that later on, we got just multiplayer stuff being announced, and I was like, Coalition, what are you doing? Like, you're not announcing anything related to the campaign mode. There's nothing. And I was a little bit worried too, because they were saying too that the game was going to be it's going to be a lot more bigger and better. And yeah, I was like, well, we haven't announced anything from the campaign mode until around July or August. We got ourselves like the trailer for the campaign mode, and after seeing it, we didn't see much of it though. Well, kind of though. We kind of see like, we get to play as JD though, not only as Kate though. We get to see JD playing in the game. We see Kate, and then right here we get to see Marcus like knowing like if she found like the whole problem to the whole thing that's causing her to hallucinate a lot and stuff like that. And yeah, since we saw the teaser in the E3 2019, all we got is from the story mode, and then Faz. And then after that, we kind of got not much of that too. So after that, we got a little bit of snippets of the campaign mode, and it looked really good though, and how the way they promoted was actually really fantastic though. And yeah, so yeah, this is Gears 5, developed once again by the Coalition, former members of Epic Games from back in the day, not from the Fortnite era. And yeah, this is the continuation to this too. And yeah, the marketing was just really bad though. But I understand though, because this the fourth game in the series, as you can see right here, it did not sell well. It sold like around nearly 3 million copies though, which is kind of sad though, because I was like, come on, where's the Gears of War fans? And I was a little upset with that too, because I hate to say this too, because the gamers let's just say the gamers these days, all they rely is Call of Duty, play the same thing every single year, Fortnite, Minecraft. Hey, Minecraft is fun though, but come on guys, you gotta move on with something else. Five Nights at Freddy's and many other games too. Guys, there's so many other good games that came out recently, and you guys gotta give it a shot though. Rent them or try them out though, so you guys can give it a shot and, you know, complete the full experience too, because that's what I actually did. I did the full experience here, and to be honest, I'm actually happy about it too. And not only that too, Microsoft relies too much on Gears of War and Forza and Halo, and it pisses me off. It reminds me of how Capcom is with Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, and Street Fighter. Same thing with Sega with Sonic, Yakuza, and many other things that they have against. So yeah. So yeah, let's begin. So what is this game all about? You know exactly what it's all about, though. You are a giant steroid human being taking down the next generation of locusts, which is now the Swarm, though. And then now you finally are trying to take back the Earth from them so they won't actually take over again, though. And then this time you're playing as JD Phoenix, though. Sort of, though, because here in the game it now focuses on Kate, though. And more and so though, I'll get to the campaign in a little bit though. So now you pretty much know about the concept. You're trying to take down the Swarm from taking over the world, and pretty much that's your best bet though. Even though how the way it is, the concept and stuff like that, and it's a third-person shooter, which everybody knows about it though. And here it goes even bigger now because now we have a new open world segment. Yeah, that's pretty much about the concept though. Third-person shooter. You fight against the next generation of Locust. And you're a big juiced up person though, even though you kind of play as a female character here though, which I'm kind of cool with it though, which I don't mind though, which we'll get to later. So let's talk about the campaign. You know, it goes even bigger though. In Act 1, you do play as JD Phoenix though, which I was a little worried though. I was like, I hope you get to play as JD Phoenix though. You sort of do that though, but here they kind of like force you to go to training mode and play as Dell though, which I'm actually cool though, because here in this game it's like the first time we get to play as Dell, JD, and Kate in the campaign mode, which is actually really cool though. In the training mode, which is Dell, JD in Act 1, and then Acts 2, 3, and 4 you play as Kate. We'll get to the act part later though. And yeah, and then after that, Act 1 was really long though. I didn't expect it to be long. To me, it took me like around 2.5 hours, sort of close to 3. It was really good though, and how the way it starts off though. You go exactly back where everything ended in Gears 3. And in the campaign here, you go back to Azura, which was like how you ended everything with the Locust War in Gears of War 3. And you kind of find like, you know, the source that the Swarm are now gathering more, and then you kind of see like them in different transformations though, which is kind of like new to them though. Even though they do have the Swarm look though to them though, which is absolutely shocking though. And then here, you're trying to get yourself the Hammer of Dawn so you can pretty much like, you know, have the power to pretty much take them down though, because in Azura there is still a missile, or should I say a rocket, that contains the Hammer of Dawn. And you do your best. You go there with the whole team, JD, Marcus, Dell, and Kate's. Even though Kate's suffering a bunch of headaches and stuff like that, and she's trying to go through that moments though. And it's actually a tough moment for her. And then here, you do manage to get the Hammer of Dawn though, but there's so many things that happens though, because JD has been making some pretty crappy decisions though, that it's affecting his reputation with him, his friends, his father, and including Jin though, because Jin here, finally, the photo not corrupted though. Jin here, kind of a bit of a spoiler alert here though. Jin is actually pregnant in this game though, but I'm thinking that Marcus is the one responsible for getting her pregnant though. So maybe JD is expecting a baby sister or a baby brother in the future. I don't know. And then after that, we get later on. You kind of get to know, you got to start meeting the characters though. And after that, you go around, and then I see like a bunch of cool Easter eggs though in the locker room and stuff like that, and you see many other things. And then after that, you go to the war. Act 1 just ends in a very tragic moment though, and I don't want to say much about that though, because how things unfold there are just bad though. And then in Act 2, we immediately go to the open world section though, and you kind of go to a familiar place that you're like saying, I've been in this place before, and those bones right there look a bit familiar though. Here, you go to the place where the Riftworm was actually invading though, and that's the part where Marcus, Baird, Dom, and Cole took, and pretty much Benjamin though, even though he kind of got himself killed like that really fast. We go to the place though, and then you do get to see an Easter egg of Benjamin Carmine's helmet though, which is really cool though. You go there and you get to see your uncle, you get to see Kate's uncle though, but then things go and completely go bad though. And then here, Kate pretty much like, you know, gets taken away by one of the Snatchers, and she immediately takes control of them though. And there's something huge that happens that I don't want to spoil much though. And then right here, Kate pretty much just spills the beans and just tells them that I think I'm related to the Queen, and pretty much it just shows it's the Locust symbol. And after that, we finally get to see more of it unfold though. And then JD, pretty much you get to see him in a different transformed way though. His arm is all burnt up from what happened in Act 1, and then he get a little bit of a scar on his face though. Good thing he didn't lose his eye though, but he has a little bit of a scar. Shaved head, which we'll get to later on though. So yeah, campaign was good. Let's talk about the open world moments here in the game though. You get a small tease of it in Act 1 here in the game, though. You go through the cog base, though. And then in Act 2, you go to New Hope, though. You travel around, though, and you see some side stuff, though. And it's your own decision, though. If you want to go to the main campaign mode and just follow to the main chapters, though, or you want to travel around, though, to get to know, like, you know, the characters that they were mentioning at New Hope, though, and you finally get to know what actually happens to them, though, and their fate, though, which is actually sad, though. And what's so cool, though, is that you also get upgrades for Jack. You get upgrades for your little robot Jack, which is really cool, though. I liked how the way how he's used up here, though. He helps you out, though, when you're down. Zap locusts and stuff like that. Scan if there's locusts around, though. Make you invisible, recover your health while you're all messed up and stuff like that. Also to take over the minds of the swarm and pretty much just like, you know, controlling them. That way they can help you on the side though. But if you shoot them back though, they're pretty much going to go against you and stuff like that, which is really terrifying though. And another one where Jack also puts a barrier on you and stuff and like that. And it's really cool though, and I like how the way they did the concept here too. So yeah, and then the open world section though, you go to New Hope, and then also you go to I forgot the name of the desert land though, which you go to, which is actually really cool though. It reminded me a little bit like Mad Max though, and how the way they're dressed up as too. I really liked it too. And to be honest, I really did like the open world sections here in this game though, and I thought it was actually really cool though. I don't know why some of the critics though didn't like it though, because here's the thing too, if you want to do the same exact formula with Gears of War, just go and shoot and stuff like that. I like how the way they did this open world section though, which is actually really cool though. You check out some stuff that they were mentioning here at the beginning of Act 2 and also at the beginning of Act 3, so you can pretty much like do a helping hand and stuff like that, and you pretty much like get some extra points and stuff like that, and also get upgrades for Jack, which is absolutely really interesting though, and you can make Jack completely overpowered though. And I like the open world stuff, and the Jack upgrades are really interesting though, so I give it a plus. Yes, and let's talk about the switch here. Now you get to play as Kate Diaz here from the 4th game, but this time, actually, you do get to play as JD in Act 1, though, but things completely unfold after the end of Act 1. But here we get to see how Kate pretty much develops herself, though. She's trying to fight against whatever is taking over her mind and stuff like that. And you get to play through her from Act 2, Act 3, and Act 4. And you get to play co-op though as Del, if you want to bring a friend with you though. And what's so cool though is that I like how the way they used up this stuff, because yes, JD kind of took a bit of a backseat though in this game though. In Act 2 he did took kind of a backseat though. He does make an appearance, and then you don't get to see him again until like Act 3 and all the way to Act 4. And yeah, I don't mind though. Kate playing as Kate here in this game was actually really interesting though, and also how the way they introduced this game though, how the way they show off these, like how the way she's going through in this game, and how the way she is suffering with whatever is haunting her head though. You go to New Hope, you find exactly what you need to know, and I don't want to spoil much though, but I like how the way they transition here though. I didn't mind the shift though, which is okay though, and it didn't actually ruin the immersion for me like everybody else, like, oh, why is Kate being a playable character? I didn't mind. Yeah, let's talk about this a-hole right over here, Foz. Yes, Foz, how the way he's introduced in this game. Yeah, he's a bit of an a-hole, and you kind of understand like where he comes from and how the way he acts and stuff like that though. And you later on in Act 3, you kind of relate to him though, and you kind of know like, you know, a bit of backstory of what he's been through though, and why he's having that type of attitude. And yeah, it's sort of like that too, and I really like them though. He's really cool though, and I liked how the way he's introduced here too. And also we do get to see a new character too also introduced though, Lizzie Carmine though, which is the niece of Clayton Carmine though, which we don't know who exactly she's the daughter with. I don't know if it's what's his name, Andrew Carmine or Benjamin Carmine. Who knows which one of those two are the daughter of them though. So even though I don't want to spoil much though, but how the way she's introduced here, it's cool, but yeah, you know the Carmine curse, so yeah. And yeah, that's about it though. So the new characters are actually really cool and interesting though. Let's talk about the multiplayer here though. Yes, the one thing that they were promoting so many times in this game, which really caused me to get mad. Okay, I understand, Coalition. You were promoting escape mode. It's interesting. I played it and it's a lot of fun though. You bring in 2 extra friends though. You wake up from the swarm's nest. You cut yourself your way out and you're trying to find a way to escape though. And don't be staying in the same exact round though, because if you do, you manage to get yourself killed and you lose your team though. Don't lose any of your team members though, because maybe it might require you to fail though, but I'm one of those type of people that I want to keep my friends alive all the way to the end though, because yeah, you've been through so many stuff and you don't want to lose your characters or anything like that though. So you fight against a horde of monsters though, and you fight all the way to the very exit though. And oh man, fighting against those worms and stuff like that, jeez, it's crazy though. And how the way they go against you though, it's a pain in the ass. So yeah, and then also we got arcade mode that makes that's also new to Gears of War, which is pretty interesting though. It's kind of like a basic team deathmatch and stuff like that, and you just want to play and shoot down bad guys and stuff like that, and you can choose whatever, the swarm, the cog, and also many other things and stuff like that too. So, and then also I had to mention this too. What else? Arms Race does make a comeback though, and then many other things that also make a comeback too. So yeah, typical multiplayer stuff like that, and then a new escape mode, which is actually interesting though. I'm kind of shocked they didn't do Battle Royale mode, which I was thinking if they do Battle Royale mode, I'm just gonna lock. But escape is actually not so bad though, so I'll give the multiplayer a plus. Let's talk about, yes, I did skip this in the previous Gears review though, so let's talk about the graphics. Gears of War 4 graphics at that time were really good, but here, even though I'm playing this on my Xbox One version 2, not playing it on my Xbox One X, it looks pretty damn good though. And running at 30 frames per second on my Xbox One instead of 60 frames per second on the Xbox One X. The game runs really solid though. It does have a bit of frame rate dips and stuff like that though, and the game looks absolutely good though, and I like how the way the game is shown and stuff like that, and how the way it works and stuff like that though. But I'm kind of jealous though, because since I don't have an Xbox One X though, so I can run it at silky smooth 60 frames per second though, even though it dips like about a frame or two while you're like, traveling around in the open world section and stuff like that though. How the way the characters look and stuff like that though up close, it looks really cool though. I would wish that I had a 4K Ultra HD TV to make it look how the way it can look like in comparison though. But seeing on my iPhone, the characters look really fantastic though. So yeah. And also, let's talk about the new guns in this game too. We got ourselves a new claw weapon though. It's kind of a bit of a light machine gun though. It's strong though, but the recoil is just ridiculous though. But you gotta make sure you gotta hold your gun down a little bit though, so you can pretty much aim at those characters. It's pretty strong though, and my god, the reload is just long though. But you gotta hit that reload button as much as you can though, so you can hit it though, because it's a bit tough though.
Down you go. Ah. Sorry.
Then you got yourself the new enhanced Lancer, which is the Lancer grenade launcher though, which has 3 grenade launchers though. You gotta keep it from a distance though, so you can aim it at the bad guy, at the swarm though. It's really interesting though, because while you launch that thing, you launch like mini rocket missiles, and it shoots it down, stuff like that though, which is really satisfying.
Micro missiles down. Ah. Bastard. Now we go. Bullets.
So, and these weapons though are really good and really interesting though, and yeah, it's not much though, but those are the 2 new weapons that I know that I used in the game though. I really did like the claw, but the recoil was just, yeah. The Lancer it shoots a lot more faster, but the bullets die down fast though, and it's really satisfying though while you take out the grenade launcher and just launch them down to Locust though. So yeah, the graphics in the game are amazing, and the claw weapon and also the new grenade launcher and Lancer was really good. And yeah, let's talk about, okay, I really want to give this game a higher score though, but I can't. Here's some cons. Let's start with two of them right over here at the spot. Okay, so I understand a few things from what other critics say. Yeah, the open world parts does take away a little bit about the pace though, but I actually really did enjoy it though. Even though it kind of kills a little bit about the immersion though, you can run and shoot and stuff like that though, and then you get caught up with so many stuff like that. You do get rewarded by stuff and by many things and stuff like that. You get to reward your robots, which is Jack, and many things and stuff like that. But the one thing that really caused me to lose my temper though from this game was that ending.
We are a complete being, connected, immortal. You had a choice, and you squandered it. Alive or dead, you belong to us.
Wait, what? I got no choice. Oh, I don't even know who to pick. Are you kidding me? No. I have to choose it.
You've made your choice.
I hate you. I freaking hate you. Are you kidding me?
Now die with it.
They went there, did they? They pull off a Game of Thrones here. Really? Really, Rod Ferguson? No. 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 No, 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 no. Really, Coalition? A Game of Thrones ending just like that? Which one is canon? Which one of those two decisions that you made is canon? Because that's BS. You know what? That's bullshit. My God, which part of the ending was canon though? Because that really pissed me off. The ending for Gears 5 just pissed me off so damn much that I don't know which ending is canon. That's a bit of a tease I can give. It just really caused me to lose my mind. And which ending is canon? And that's, to those new main characters in the game, that's kind of a big slap into the face though, because both those characters grew on me, and doing that Game of Thrones moment just really pissed me off though. And yeah, that's about it though. And oh yeah, and a bit of a con too, lack of an Act 5 though, but I fully understand why. Act 2, it has an open world section which can pretty much put you up to like 4 to 5 hours depending on where you want to go though, and where you want to decide. Act 3, it's much more longer though. It took me like around 5 to 6 hours though to complete though, because I was rolling around though, even though the desert storms were just causing me to lose my mind. Act 4 took me like around 2 hours, and man, that part just really caused me to lower the point and stuff like that though. So yeah, those are my only cons though. Some open world sections kind of like suffer though. It kind of ruins a bit of the pace though. But I don't mind though, because this is actually really cool though, because you do get rewarded while you go to other places though. And then also those giant behemoth guys. Well, I forgot the name though. The Guardians, yeah, they're interesting characters though. And geez, they're really hard to take down. And what else? That's about it though. My reaction to that Act 4, yeah, really caused me to get mad. And so yeah, that's the end of it though. Is this game worth buying? If you're a Gears fan though, it is. But if you do have the Xbox Game Pass though, the game is about $1, so give that one a shot. I did got a physical copy of the game though, even though I rented it though, because it's kind of, I don't want to like, you know, overdo it and just like slap Coalition though, because I do want to support their game though. But seeing the situation that I'm going through right now, I really wish I can afford the game though. But right now, as of today, I wanted to try it out though, to experience it though, the whole thing, and understand pretty much a little bit about the lore. So yeah, so this game to me, it gets, I like this more than 4, but I'm gonna have to go exactly where I left 4, an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 with the yes seal of approval. And thankfully, this game was managed to save though, and this is the best Xbox game to own right now for the Xbox One though. And I would agree right now that this is actually the best Xbox One game that Microsoft and the Coalition has made as of today. Because Halo 5, disappointment. Gears of War 4, awesome, but it's kind of tied with this one though, because I like both games though. So yeah, and that's about it though. So that's what I can give the game though. So it's a bit of a shame. So yeah, guys, this to me, in my opinion, Gears 5, it's kind of a bit of improvement over this one though. I like the open world aesthetic though, but that ending though really caused me to rage. And I don't even know how they're gonna do Gears 6 though, because for sure this is gonna be the last Xbox One game available for the Gears series, because this is the one that started it. And then we got the Ultimate Edition. I don't have it yet though, but I will soon. And then we got Gears 5, which is pretty much not the final installment on the Xbox One though. And for the Xbox Scarlet, we're gonna be getting Gears 6 though, without a doubt. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Gears 6 though. Who knows which of the Game of Thrones moment is canon though, because oh man, Coalition, Rod Ferguson, which one of those endings is canon though? Because come on, it's kind of a slap to the face to those characters, and it's just dumb. But anyways, guys, that's the end of the video right here. Yeah, so anyways, guys, that's it for right now. So I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody. And Shane Lake, Arturo, and to Adewala, if I pronounce your name right, thank you guys for showing your full support to me. Thank you. It really does mean a lot.